Well, some chemical company. And they sent us to Africa.
Oh my goodness.
After my dad did some work around the city, and we went a couple other places first, but after that we went to Africa and spent 2 years down there.
So you were 6th grader, 8th
13.
grader? 13 years old?
When we went down there.
And did you get into theater there too?
Yeah.
I remember seeing something. So what kind of theater activity was that?
Well, it wasn't at school.
Oh.
The theater came because there was a woman who became very famous. I don't even know if she's still living. Her name was Toby Kushler. And she was she became a very famous producer, director of theater in Johannesburg. And she was looking for, to put together an American cast to do a play by Elsa Shelley called Pickup Girl. Now, I'm 13, and I know zip about anything to do with the nasty side of life, shall we say. And so I was in that play, and it ran, 6 months the first time, then 3 months, and then we took it on tour for 3 months.
And so...
And I played the pimp. And I really didn't know what that was. I really didn't know. I mean, you know, I was a bad boy that hooked this high school kid up with a madam of sorts.
Yeah, yeah.
And everybody in the cast almost was American.
Well, I understand you taught kindergarten for 36 years, which
Yes,
is a
I did.
really long career.
Yes, I did. That was what my goal was, to teach little bitties. And I loved it. They were so much fun.
They came to our wedding,
Oh, really?
the whole class.
Okay.
With all their little gloves and their little hats and little purses.
Oh,
Hank
goodness.
was so,
How
he was
formally-
so understanding. I said I want to invite him to,
Yeah.
he said, well, sure, why not? You know? And of course their parents, a mother came or a father came or a grandma came with them. And, but they were so cute. They were all dressed up.
I came in 1957, came down here.
And you were studying...
I was studying at the time to be, because before I came, I wanted to be a doctor, like my grandfather. The only trouble was, when I got into doing some of the things, I flunked physics, and I had a very wise counselor in Virginia. I worked for her. She was a school psychologist, graded papers and stuff. And they moved her office, and she said, Hink, I've been moved into an office that was a physics closet. She said, it's plenty big enough, but it's like an upturned box. It's small down here, but 12 or 13 feet tall. What can I do with it? So I made some suggestions, and she said, if I give you $500, would you do that for me? And I said, certainly. And when I got all through doing what I did, she said, you don't belong in medicine, you belong in the arts.
While you were there, you were in a church choir that Nancy was in, the same church choir.
Yeah, she sat over there with the soprano, and I was over here with the bass singer. And she kept making eyes at me, and it wasn't quite a while until I realized that she was interested. But I've always been rather shy about that kind of relationship. Through several summers doing puppetry.
Oh.
And we did puppetry at what used to be Josky's upstairs. Christmas things, and I wrote a couple of plays. And let's see, I'm trying to think of,
He bought an old car.
no, Doug gave me his old
Oh, Doug gave that to you. Old car, and he
Ford pickup,
called it the
drag-in wagon, dragon,
And you used it for
the puppetry.
calling.
And it had a stockade on it, which I threw a canvas over like a covered wagon.
Yep.
And everything went in, the collapsible stage and all that. So we did, for 2 summers, we did every park in the city. We did whatever play we were doing, we'd go and then do another play and go all the way around. And that was a lot of fun.
Knew early in life that you were adopted?
Yes, I knew early, very early in life. I quizzed my mother. I said, I need to know. I'm not looking for a mother, so don't get all upset about this. But I need to know where my heritage is. I need to know, am I Indian? Am I white? You know, what am I? I know I'm not black because my skin's white. And so she must have talked it over with my dad because she came through and she gave me some papers.
I was on the phone when she found the person living at the address that her mother had given at the college. And it was her Aunt Bobby who had married into the family. And so Nancy said, I think I'm the child that Geneva gave up. And the voice dropped and Aunt Bobby said, your mother looked for you till the day she died.
She said, oh my God, you're Nancy. She knew my name.
She didn't change her name.
Yeah, that's
And so that really shook me up, you know. And so I did have, you know, somewhat of a relationship with her. Of course, she lived in Oklahoma, so it wasn't real easy. But I wondered if I had siblings, and that's when I found Shirley, you know, and
You had one.
So you found you had one sister?
the other way.
No,
What'd you say?
found you just had one sister.
Yeah,
No, not any others.
no.
From
And so we had, you know,